Hey, yeah, how you doing? Cat here again, back in the saddle. Hope you're all good. Sorry about my tatty hair. It's just I'm gonna have to get a proper style done at some point. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a little quick video now. Seems all my videos are little and quick. I always say that. They're probably not going to be little and quick at all. I just wanted to go over something. I've literally just pulled over because I'm in between clients and I've got a little bit of time. And I was literally just sitting here listening to one of my favourite albums from Ludovico and Aldi, which is incredible, called Una Mattina. And then I was just watching all the little, I don't know if they're sparrows or starlings, but you know when they do that kind of cloud stuff and and it just came to me that I should probably do a video on this in relation to, you know, the mindful touch and building a better relationship with your horse and a more harmonious relationship and things like that. And it really came to light this morning actually just how powerful this was, because I was massaging a client's horse and she was telling me that not too long ago she just knew that her horse had toothache and she didn't know how or why, but obviously she's had this horse a long time. And so, you know, you get to read your own horses, don't you? And I was so intrigued by this because it was lovely for me to listen to it, because a lot of what I do with the mindful touch, I don't know how it is. Is it because I have spent hours and hours around horses? You know, it was like back in the day before I had my son, you know, I was a really good rider. And it was probably because I was spending 6 hours a day in the saddle every freaking day, and I've done that for years. So of course I'm going to be a rider if I do it that often. But what we're discussing here with the mindful touch is something else, because it is literally leaving all your shit at the gate, like how we say. And obviously we're dealing with an animal, you know, that has this fight or flight or fright and flight kind of mentality, you know, and we're the predators at the end of the day. So if we come in to meet the horse being anything less than calm, and our breathing settled, and you know, feeling like we're very much in the moment, not thinking about what happened last night or what's going to happen later, then the horse can read that. And we all have this ability, you know, the most subtle level, to always have some preconditioning or some thought. You know, it was like I was listening to an audio book the other day, and she said we can go this many days without food, this many days without water, you know, survival, this many seconds without breath. But when it comes to thinking, it just doesn't stop, does it? So it is a constant progression to have the ability, or to learn how to be at one with yourself when you meet your horse, and you know, to be able to get the most out of them, so they don't have this reading of us like, oh my god, she's a bit stressed today, and then we go and deal with the horse and the horse was troublesome. The horse probably wasn't going to be troublesome at all, but the way that, you know, we interact with them sometimes just creates this air of the, you know, oh god, here comes the predator again type feeling. And why I wanted to talk about this now is because, say, the horse that I was working on earlier is very, very receptive. I've probably visited him maybe 5 or 6 times now. About 6 times maybe. He's very, very receptive, lovely little horse, and everything was going well. I'd done the assessment, done the workup, started the massage, a couple of areas that are a normal area for him to be getting tight. And towards the end of the massage, I suddenly started to think, after we'd discussed about how she knew he had toothache, and the dentist said, well, how the hell do you know that? I just know. And yes, he had got a sharp tooth and it was rubbing on the inside of his jaw. She can't look in his jaw, it's just that she knew. She was working out, how did she know? Is it just because the look of his eye or whatever? We'd had this conversation, so I'd kind of got into the mindful touch mindset as we were discussing this and how it works, and it was very interesting to me. And then as I started to come towards the end of the massage, I started to remember and think about what happened to me yesterday when I got a phone call to say that my mum had a funny turn. She had a stroke not so long ago, very minor, and then yesterday she went off to a funeral, so I knew that she had a lot going on. Anyway, at the wake at the funeral, she passed out a couple of times, and the ambulance had to come and collect her, and then I had to go off to Broomfield Hospital to collect her after that, and she's home now. All is very well. Anyway, as I was working on this horse, I started to think about this. Don't know why, there was just no communication going on for that little bit of time between me and the owner, and I just left my own thoughts, and it just hit me again, and you start to feel like, oh my God, the stress, the worry, and is she all right now? And so I spoke to her for a couple of hours now today, and the horse moved away. And the owner said, oh, it's okay, you can carry on. And I really had to catch myself, because there was no reason for him to walk away or step away other than the vibration or my breathing and it made me come to light that what I had done is not only let my mind wander, but I had lost my focus on my intention of that particular moment. So whenever I'm massaging, I like to keep myself open to be able to question myself, my intention. So I will be massaging, and if I feel like I'm starting to float away a little bit, or I'm just going through a movement for the sake of it, I then say to myself, what is my intention? And if I can't answer myself within a split second, I know I've gone off key. Does that make sense? So I just thought I'd give a little bit of an insight into the mindful touch and just go over that. And one of the ways to bring ourselves back, we talk about breathing. We've spoken about that in past videos. We've spoken about the grounding, so just checking where our feet are on the earth, checking into your own body, checking your feet, your ankles, your calves, your knees, and breathing into those areas, breathing into any area where you feel any degree of tension or anything. And then the next step is to actually question, what is my intent at this moment? And I found that quite powerful, because it may just be that we're starting to get stroppy because we can't do the rug strap up quick enough, or we're riding along and just not kind of forgetting what we're doing. We're kind of going through the motions and whatever, and it's like, well, what's your intent right now? And it would be, oh, well, I'm trying to just get him to lift his back to come up to meet me more, or I'm trying to focus on the shape of my circle and things like that. So, we all have like intents for the day, or a plan, or an intent for the week or the month or the year or whatever. And then, you can take it right down to literally that moment. What is your intention in that moment? Do you know, it's been absolutely wonderful while I've been sitting here talking to you guys, because it has gone from the sparrows that have completely disappeared, I don't know where they've gone, to five actually, beautiful looking crows sitting strategically on the telegraph poles. It's amazing, facing each other. And then there was literally just hundreds of pigeons. Hundreds, just doing exactly the same thing as what the sparrows were doing, all like whooshing around like a cloud. And the view from the top of this, oh, there's the sparrows over there. It's incredible to watch. I don't know if you guys would be able to see it. It's probably not worth me moving the thingy, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's moved away from the telegraph poles, and they've gone over there to the trees. And the crows have now got the telegraph pole, and then the pigeons are all on the other side. They've all settled back down to eat again now. They're just on a scrap set aside by the look of it. Incredible. So thank you so much for being there with me, guys. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for letting me explain some things to you, and also to help me bring clarity around to what I'm doing. So just thanks for being there. Nothing else. No more. Just check out your intentions when you feel like your mind has gone, or whether a horse tells you your mind has gone. Just check, what's my intention here? And that'll bring you back. Onwards!